Hi everyone, I'm Grace Browning.
And I'm Benjamin Krug.
And we are musicians of the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra. We are standing today outside our home, the Eastman Theater, and we'll be taking you around the town today to introduce you to all of our instrument friends in the orchestra. See you soon. Hi everyone, I'm Grace.
And I'm Benjamin.
And we are representing the string family today. Now, obviously, our string instruments are pretty different from each other. I play the harp.
And I play the cello. Whoa.
So we got a difference in number of strings, right? Ben has a solid 4.
Solid 4.
And do you remember?
Use them all the time.
Do you remember how many strings the harp has?
47.
47!
Well, you know, we also pluck.
Oh!
Nice.
That's cool.
I do.
Oh,
My
cool.
bow is really special because it's made from everything in nature. So I have a bow stick made from Pernambuco. Can everyone say Pernambuco?
Pernambuco, what is that?
Well, it's a wood from Brazil, and it's very special because it's strong and flexible. And
Yeah.
then on the other side, I have horsehair tail. It's this white right here, so this comes from it. And actually, I can show you even better. When I loosen the bow, you can actually see how it's like a tail. See that? Yeah.
Wow, just put it right on there?
That's right.
Or...
Well, we put on this tree sap called rosin, which makes the bow sticky, makes the horsehair sticky so that we can draw it across the string to make a sound.
So, if you run out of tree sap, can you just use like maple syrup?
Oh, I tried that once. It didn't work very well. But our other members of our string family, the violas, violins, and double maces, might be able to help us.
Yes, that's right. So it's really incredible sounds that when we're playing together in orchestra just create such a magical ability to tell musical stories. So the one we're going to play for you today is one of our favorite pieces. It is from a collection called The Carnival of the Animals. So you can imagine lots of fun animals to represent.
Who's that composer?
Oh,
It's like a French name.
Yes,
it's
Camille Saint-Saëns. Let's say that again.
Camille
Saint-Saëns.
Saint-Saëns.
Mais oui. Oh, we're going to play The Swan for you.
And the cello represents the swan. And you can imagine a swan gliding across the water. But you know, in order to move, the swan has its little feet below the water going very, very quickly. And the harp is almost the little feet of the swan.
I'm like the motor or the sort of the water underneath. So we hope this gives you a fun little insight into some members of the string family, and we hope you enjoy The Swan.
Welcome to my percussion studio. My name is Brad Loudis and I play percussion with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra. The percussion family of instruments are instruments which you hit or strike in order to produce the musical sound. Percussion is a lot of fun because we have a lot of variety. For instance, we have the drums, like the bass drum and the snare drum. We have our melodic instruments, which are things like the marimba or the xylophone. And then we also have accessories like cymbals or the triangle. If you think of the orchestra like a cake, the percussion section is kind of like the icing on top. And I may be a little biased being a percussionist myself, but I say you can never have enough icing. Let's take a look at some percussion accessory instruments. This one I'm holding here, as the shape would suggest, is called the triangle. And it sounds like this. This is called the tambourine. It's got a head on top and it has these jingles around the side. You can hit it like this. You can shake it like this. And you can also play finger rolls by using friction. Pretty cool. These are called the castanets. They're an instrument from Spain. And these are the cymbals, which are big discs of metal that we just throw together. Let's take a closer look at the mallet percussion instruments, which are our melodic instruments. This is the xylophone, which is made out of wood. And this is the glockenspiel, which is made out of metal. Let's hear the difference between the xylophone and the glockenspiel. Hear how the glockenspiel rings a lot more? Let's take a closer look at the drums. This is the bass drum. These two drums are called tom-toms. And this drum is special because while it looks like these two drums and can also sound like it, I can turn on the snares. And the snares are what give this drum its iconic sound. One, two, three, four. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did learning about the percussion family. Things like the drums, the keyboard instruments, and the accessories. Thanks for watching.
Hi there, my name is Rebecca and I play the flute. The flute is part of the woodwind family and we play at Eastman Theater. Can you see it? I love the flute. I started playing the flute when I was in 6th grade. And I'd been playing the recorder before then, so I knew how to use my breath to make my sound. I fell in love with the flute because it just was very shiny and pretty. Like, it's really shiny and pretty, right? But it also matched my voice. When I listened to music, I could hear sounds that were in the range of the flute. It matched the sound of my feeling of the music in my own voice. So the flute is usually a melody instrument, but we can also play a lot of fast notes, and we can do some other really cool things like sound like a bird. Lots of fast, wiggly notes. We can sound a little bit like a little scary. We can also sound kind kind of like rock and roll. The piece that I'm going to play for you today is called Song of the Wind. And it was written by somebody who played the flute in an opera orchestra. And opera is all melodies, all singers singing with their voices. And so when he wrote this music, he wanted the flute to sound like he was singing a song. And this is a song about how the wind just makes music magical. It transfers the music into your own heart and into your ears and into your heart. So I hope you enjoy.
French horn, and the highest one is trumpet. I started trumpet when I was in 4th grade. I was 9 years old, and it was just something that I could just go to, something that was fun, and something that I really, really enjoyed. So now I'll play a little something for you. This is a piece. It is actually a trumpet solo from Respighi's Pines of Rome. In Australia, there's a tree that grows, and when the limbs fall off, bugs will eat through those limbs and will create an empty tube, just like this PVC pipe that I bought at Home Depot. And the only thing that makes it play is my lips, putting that through it.
Let me zoom in on that.
Any tube is my lips. Any tube that you can buzz through will make a sound. So this PVC pipe is my homemade didgeridoo.
Hi friends, welcome back to the 19th Ward. It's been great showing you around our musical town and introducing you to all of our RPO families. And now that we're back together, we thought we would end with a grand finale of all of us playing our favorite song together, Ode to Joy.
Otherwise known as An die Freude.
Oh, what language is that?
German. It means Ode to Joy.
Oh.
It was written as a poem in 1785 by Friedrich Schiller, and Beethoven decided to adapt that to his Ninth Symphony Ode to Joy.
It's funny too because
Or the poem speaks about things near and dear to Beethoven's heart, such as the brother and sisterhood of all people and love of nature. And so we thought it would be the perfect choice to have a collective sing.
That's right. So you'll probably recognize this melody because you hear it all the time. Usually it is, of course, sung in German with a full chorus and orchestra with over 100 musicians on stage. Ben will demonstrate.
Freude, schöne Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium, wir betreten Feuertrunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum, deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode streng geteilt, alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Flügel fällt.
Rather than learning the entire German text, we thought it would be fun to just do one little verse that we made up of our own lyrics in English. And first, we'll just teach you the song because that's the part that you're gonna really enjoy. And we'll go line by line, and then we'll throw in our fun alternate lyrics. So the first line, ready? We're gonna just sing on law. Okay.
Me, 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 me.
Oh, no, that's not a real voice. Okay, ready?
La 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 la
So that's the first line. Second line is a lot like it, but has a little bit of a different ending. So it sounds a little bit more final, but that's not it. There's a third line. And then back to the first verse, second line. Beautiful. Finally, here is Ode to Joy with our own alternate lyrics in English. Sing along.
Bows and cellos, plucking harp strings, sound the trumpet, cue the flute. Here's percussion playing proudly, soft and loudly with great joy. We all love to play together, we are one big family. We can heal the world with music, it begins with you and me.